A few days ago, my worst fear happened. You know, you can't control what you can't control. But my house is what I have to control. I couldn't protect my body when a grown man decided he wanted to touch it when I was 13. I couldn't protect myself from being, I don't want to say the word, from being something at 18. You know, you can't protect yourself from everything. You know, you can't live in a bubble like a hamster who thinks he's free and like peeing inside of the plastic ball that you got from PetSmart. It's like clear and blue and like kind of cool. You can't live in a hamster ball. Stuff's gonna happen. Stuff's gonna happen to you that you wish you could have stopped or wish you would have done something about or done differently or said something about, or things happen that you didn't have much control over and that you didn't protect yourself from. So the thing that I have to keep safe is my house. I have to keep, I have to keep my home safe. So, for years, I have rituals upon rituals and extreme lengths that I go to every day to keep my home cozy and comfortable and safe and in my control. Everything in my home is the same all the time. I will not leave one spoon in the sink. I will not leave one book on the counter. I check the locks over and over and over again, multiple times a day. I lock myself in to my bedroom from the inside every night for years, even though I live alone. There are countless rituals and things I do constantly that I've done for so long because I have to be in control of my home and I have to protect it. I can't control what happens outside of this place. I can't control what has happened outside of this place. I can't control most things, but I have to control this place. So I have nightmares all the time that people break into my home. Not even that they take something, not even that they do something to me. Just people coming into my home, strangers coming into my home and just watching me sleep or just being here and I can't get them out. I have that dream all the time. When I'm falling asleep, even though I lock myself into my bedroom every single night, even though I've checked all the locks on the doors countless times, I still, when I'm falling asleep, I wake up in a start expecting to see someone standing there watching me. And maybe partly that's because, you know, I lived with a predator when I was 13 who did gross stuff to me and that implanted in my psyche. I don't know. You know what? I need to go back to therapy, obviously. This is how I function and this is what keeps me level. A couple days ago, my family's in town. They're staying with my sister and I dilly-dally getting ready because I'm a slow, moseying, lazy bitch. Eventually I go meet my family. We hang out at my sister's place. You know, we eat too much Greek food. I do an exercise DVD very mildly in front of my family for some reason. Come home after a few hours and come into my house and it feels the same. And I go to my closet and it looks the same and I put everything back and then, you know, I'm saying hi to my cats, like the crazy old lady in The Simpsons who throws cats at people. That's, you know what, it's me. I can't deny it anymore. I'm that old woman. Talk to my cats, like they're the closest people to me in my life, because they probably are. Can't run from reality forever. I walk into my apartment and I see this door ajar that is never ajar, because I'm so crazy about my home. I know everything. I can tell if someone has sat on my couch. I can tell if someone has sat on my chair. I can tell if someone has opened a drawer. I can tell if someone has opened any closet. I can tell if anything has been touched or moved. I know every single detail and how it is all the time. This door was ajar and I was confused. And then I look at a door in my house that goes outside and it's unlocked. I'm not going to talk about that. I can't talk about the details. I can't talk about the details because it's just not smart to. And me talking about this at all, I know, is not advisable by some people and maybe a risk in some ways. I've heard police officers say that it's not smart to talk about this kind of thing. And I understand that. I can't talk about the details because I can't let myself be that stupid. But someone broke into my house. And I called my landlord, I called the police, I slept in a hotel that night. I dealt with these, people who were there to help me and be kind, but like I fucking hated every single one of them. I hated the fucking cop who just like belittled me every single opportunity he had. I wanted to be around people who understood why this hurt so much and why it was so scary, because I couldn't get the same. I couldn't even protect here. I just want to stop people from doing what they want with the things that I'm supposed to keep safe. This is my home and it's my choice who comes inside of it. This is my body and it's my choice. The reason why I am taking this risk talking about this, even though police advise, it's not smart to do this kind of thing. This is the greatest gift I've ever been given. This has transformed my life and my processing in the most beautiful way. This is how I work through things. This is how I make myself feel good. This is how I make myself feel better. This is where I come to tell myself the things that I need to hear. This is where I go to tell myself that I am stronger and more powerful and more confident and more self-assured and capable of more than I think I am. I have to tell myself that all the time. It's always true. And sometimes it feels impossible to feel. That's why this channel, my videos are a narcissistic, self-absorbed explosion. This is where I work through my emotions and my identity and my insecurities and my thoughts and my feelings. And in my real life, I don't talk about myself incessantly. Yeah, I talk about myself too much, but I listen and I laugh, and I think it makes me a better person with other people because I'm able to come here and because I'm able to do this. And that's why I have to do this here. I have to talk about this because, first of all, I'm not going to let this person who violated me, and that might be an extreme, dramatic thing to say about this, but that is how it feels to me. And I'm not going to let that person make me live in fear or stop myself from doing something that feels right to me. No, I'm not going to let them keep me quiet or stop me from dealing with this in a way that feels good to me or right to me, because I've done that. I've stayed quiet. I stayed quiet for years about someone who violated me, someone close to me, someone close to my family, someone who lived with me. I kept my mouth shut and I let him get away with it. I don't want to keep my mouth shut, so I'm not going to. This is where I come to tell myself what I need to hear. So I'm going to tell myself what I need to hear. And I'm going to be honest about how I'm feeling right now. Honestly, genuinely, I feel more solid since this happened. I feel safer since this happened. First of all, I got the most extreme security system that I've ever heard of in my entire life. So that's so many layers. So many layers of protection, you know, physical protection around me. But beyond that even, this made me, first of all, it made me proactive to get this kind of thing, to completely protect my home, which is a smart thing for me to do because I've had someone stalking my home. So it's smart, you know, to be proactive. It put me into action. And yes, I hyperventilated and I, you know, freaked out when it happened, but then I went into action and I took ownership and control over what I could. This is why I feel good about it, because I wasn't frozen. I wasn't stagnant. I didn't just lie there and hope other people would take care of it or it would be okay. No, I moved and I put in work and I put in effort and movement to make myself more safe and to feel better. And in the past, when I've been violated, I do nothing. I lie there and I freeze. I don't like that that's how I've reacted. I don't like, and instead of fighting back or running away when I was 18, my brain just blacked out the act. I don't like that when I was 13, I just laid there and I kept my mouth shut and just got scared in my own house. I feel proud of myself, and that might be so endlessly, like, that might be so lame to say, and I understand that this might not be the biggest deal to many or most people. You know, someone breaking into their home might just be a scary thing, but it's very, very meaningful and impactful to me because I've been thinking about this every single day, multiple times a day for years, and doing rituals and actions and you know, and it happened and I'm okay. I'm okay. Not only am I okay, I feel better because, oh wait, the thing that you have nightmares about all the time, the thing that you live in fear of, that you're dreading, that you constantly think about and constantly are trying to control, it happened. Despite all of your efforts, it happened. And you're okay. You're okay. You're always gonna be okay. You're powerful and you're strong and you're smart and you're learning and you're getting better. Because this happened, I've learned that I'm capable of more than just lying there. I don't want to judge myself for how I've dealt with things in the past. I dealt with it in the way that just made sense to me at the time. I don't want to beat myself up over it. My family was being so sweet. My mom was in town and she offered to, stay with me at my house after this happened. My friends have offered to come over. I'm so grateful for these kind people around me, but I said no. And honestly, that night I slept good. I slept better after the break-in, even before the security system. I slept better that night than I did before the break-in because I faced this thing I've been dreading, this thing that I felt like I'm not strong enough to withstand, and that's why I have to desperately protect myself from it. But it happened, and I'm okay. I'm not helpless. I'm not helpless. I'm powerful, and I'm self-assured, and I'm strong, and I have a spark. So I don't have to be terrified. It just feels really good to feel that you're more powerful than you thought you were. So, fuck you. And thank you.